Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Pre-Market Report sponsored by Delta.Exchange. Yesterday, some people were asking me, Sir, why are you not doing the post-market report? I'm in Canada, Toronto, Canada. So the night time here is the daytime in India. So I start trading around 11:30 p.m. and the trading goes until 6 a.m. So the whole night I have to trade. So therefore, after the trade, I have to go and sleep. I have to sleep at least for 6 hours. So that means I wake up at 12 noon. So by that time, it will be too late for posting the post-market report. So that's why I combine pre-market and post-market together in the pre-market. This will go on for maybe another 2 to 3 weeks. I'll be back to India by the middle of May. So until the middle of May, so this will continue. Only pre-market, no post-market. Coming back to the markets, the global markets are still looking good. Yesterday also S&P 500 and Nasdaq, they both hit a fresh all-time high. But Asian markets, however, coming under a slight profit booking. South Korean market hit a fresh all-time high. But our story is completely different. We are not following the global cues. The kind of FII selling that we are having is so huge. The kind of rupee depreciation we are having is also very huge. And the kind of problems that we are facing, especially the IT stocks. Say, for example, yesterday the markets were looking very good. In fact, IT index did extremely well. Infosys moved about 1.5% higher, but the same Infosys in US market, it was down by 4.5%. So there is such a huge gap of about 6%. So why? I was also looking for a reason. There is no reason. So it's just a simple profit booking or a simple selling. So today, definitely IT stocks we will have to watch. There is a slight profit booking in Asian markets. The GIFT Nifty is indicating about 50-60 point down opening. And then we are seeing this kind of a price movement in US. So I don't think that, IT stocks are going to do well today. They might come under a good selling pressure. But today the markets are likely to be volatile because today is the monthly expiry. April month, it is a terrible month. I think the April month started around 22,200. From there, it went up to 24,600. So that's an impressive rally of 2,400 point. So that's roughly about 10%. And then, it came down after the HCL technology results, then after the Infosys results, after Axis Bank results. I think the result season is not going well. So after the results, most of the stocks have fallen. And when Axis Bank fell, so as a collateral damage, ICICI Bank also fell. Because as I always say, this HDFC Bank and Kotak Bank, they are grouped as one long-term underperformers. And ICICI Bank and Axis Bank, they are grouped as one long-term outperformers. So when the long-term outperformers coming out with not so good results, so when that falls, so that tracks down the ICICI Bank also. That's why yesterday the banking stocks were very, very highly volatile. When Nifty was firmly in green, the bank Nifty was in red at some point of time. And then, it has recovered almost, I think, about 500 points from intraday low to intraday high. So, number one, markets will tend to be very, very volatile today because of monthly expiry related things. And second thing, the good thing is that, the volatility index has fallen by about 7% yesterday. On Friday, especially over the weekend, risk, People do not want to carry positions, and the premiums were so crazy. Friday, even after 3 p.m., I've seen the 23,000 put was also trading around 8 to 9 rupees, and 25,000 call also was trading around 8 to 9 rupees. That was such a crazy, crazy premium. That is nearly 4% up and 4% down. The premiums were, having such a high premiums. So that thing has collapsed yesterday. The premiums, I think both calls and puts have collapsed like anything yesterday. Number one, the markets went up. Number two, the volatility index has come down. So as I gave my analysis yesterday morning, this market technically became long when Nifty crossed 24,000. But then from 24,000, it went up to 24,600 and then started falling. And mainly because of this IT stocks results. HCL technology was bad and Infosys was also. So after falling nearly 800 points, a Nifty closed below 24,000. Usually, when technically Nifty becomes long at 24,000, it should not fall and close below 24,000. Maybe coming intraday is okay, but closing below is very, very bad. But then we can take that as, we can fear, Infosys and HCL technology play. So then I said, if the market recovers quickly and closes above 24,100, then we can write off that Friday price action as a aberration. Then we can hope that, the Nifty will continue to trade between 24,000 to 24,800. So now also I'm holding the same view. Nifty is likely to find a stiff resistance around 24,800, and 24,000 should be a support, but then markets are trading somewhere there only. So the next support will be around 23,500. So maybe for the rest of the week, until Friday, of course, Friday is a public holiday. So we have only up to Thursday. So we can expect Nifty to trade between 23,500 and 24,800. So I sold a lot of call options, 24,800 and above, and already sitting with a good profit. I can always put a stop loss for that. Right? So 24,800, as I've been telling you many times, it's a 62.8% Fibonacci retracement. So that's going to be a very, very strong support, resistance. Once that is crossed decisively, then maybe the next target will be only 26,300, which is 100% Fibonacci retracement. But that is not going to happen until the Iran issue is resolved. The Iran issue is still going on. Flip-flops, all kinds of news we are getting, but there is no firm announcement where the crude oil can crash. So you remember when crude oil went very high, then when they talk about the ceasefire, it crashed like anything. So crude oil should fall below $85 because the last time, when the crude crashed, it came down to 86 something, then again went up to 108. So now that 86 level has to be broken. Maybe it should go to 85. Only then we can hope of a sustained recovery in our market. We can expect the Nifty to go to 26,300 at least by the end of this year. I think we should be happy even if Nifty goes to 26,300 by the end of this year. Even that will be only about zero return for the entire year, but at least we close positive, so that'll be something good. So that's for the long term. For the short term, 23,500 to 24,800 is the range. And today, we have to keep watching for the IT stocks performance and also The Bank Nifty, one good thing is that for the last two trading sessions, they're like though ICICI Bank is falling, HDFC Bank is getting some kind of a support. And I think both Friday and Monday, HDFC Bank closed positive. And Reliance, the people said the results were really very bad. But despite that, Reliance closed higher by about 2.5%. So why we talk about Reliance and HDFC Bank? Because they are HDFC Bank is the number one stock and Reliance is the number two stocks. So at this point of time, I have to tell you, Infosys is falling so much. Now, the Infosys is out of the top 10 stocks in India. And so you can see the kind of hammering that is happening in IT stocks by looking at this news. So even people ask me, sir, is the right time to buy IT stocks? I do not know. I still feel that, we might be catching the falling knife. So I'm not bullish about these IT stocks, even for the longer term. So let us see what's going to happen. The bulls should be happy if Nifty closes about 24,000. So that will still be an impressive 7 to 8% rally from the beginning of this month. Then hopefully, Iran issue is resolved maybe in another 1 or 2 weeks' time. So hopefully May month also we continue to rally. So I'm planning to buy some 24,000 call option in May series and finance it by selling 25,000 call and 23,000 put option. So that, it'll become, neutral. I don't pay, it's a no debit and no credit strategy. So that if the markets are bullish and, if the market go towards 25,000, so this strategy will give a good profit. I'm hoping that, this Iran issue has to be resolved one or the other day. Now the US blockade is there, so Iran is not able to send the oil ships to other countries. So because of that, they have to store the oil in their own country. But once their storage is full, so they cannot take the oil anymore. So what I heard, I'm not an expert in that field. So once you start taking the oil, you should take the oil continuously. So once you stop taking the oil, later you want to restart the operation. So that'll be very, very expensive. So that is where actually US is planning to, that the US is using that as a trick to bring the Iran into negotiation table. So the people are saying in another few days time, the Iran will be, their local storage will be exhausted. So if they don't stop taking they don't continue to take the oil from the ground, they will be running into some big problems. So therefore, maybe in a matter of another 1 week, 10 days, or maybe 1 week, there should be some kind of a solution. The Nifty should go. So anyway, we should be happy if Nifty is trading between 24,000 to 25,000 in the strategy which I have given. So let us see what's going to happen. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.